At sunrise.
Now at 6 o'clock, dangerous winter weather creates whiteout conditions in the Midwest.
I'm afraid of people sliding into me.
Well, now that winter blast is impacting travelers here in Portland.
Growing frustration on the U.S.-Mexico border.
We don't want to be in cage. We don't want to be in prison.
The desperate measures U.S. authorities took after migrants stormed the wall between Tijuana and San Diego.
Also this morning, a North Carolina state trooper is now being hailed as a hero. Why the driver he pulled over is actually thanking him.
And after more than 2 weeks, the nation's deadliest wildfire is finally contained. We have an update on the destruction left behind from the Camp Fire.
Plus, on this Monday after Thanksgiving, we ask, did your Christmas party at the office get canceled this year? If so, your office is not alone. There's a national movement, apparently, that is putting an end to office Christmas parties. We'll have more on this story coming up. What?
And if you're about to hit the roads, you're going to want to know this. 2 big traffic alerts to tell you about now. I-5 northbound, you were looking at the flashing lights on the top deck of the Markham Bridge. A couple of lanes blocked there, and the traffic is already starting to back up down towards the south waterfront. Guys, I've got another trouble spot down in Aurora because of an earlier crash. I-5 north backed up all the way to Allen Road. So lots of slow spots out there already.
I promise you. Sorry, Christine.
Oh, I just said picking up. That's all I said.
Those were 2 good words. I promise you I was paying close attention to your traffic report, but I think Rod's head was still spinning from the announcement that Christmas parties are ending across the country.
I think it's a shame.
A national movement, Rod.
I think it's a shame. It's a sad day. Hey, we have a mild day coming up. Yes, we have a little bit of light rain. We have some sprinkles out there, and that's going to continue to be the case. But in terms of total rain, we don't expect much today. So overall, I think you're going to find the radar looking like it's pretty wet, but the reality is we're not going to be seeing that much until we get into tonight. We are mild at the bus stop, mid-40s out the door, 50 or so at lunchtime, mid-50s, maybe upper 50s when the kids get out of school today. Now, the big story is a high wind watch tonight for the coast and a rain band coming in tonight. Futurecast now saying we might not see much in Portland until the midnight hour. We'll talk more about the timing of that rain band coming in shortly.
Rod, thank you. We have a reminder this morning for parents and students in the Gaston School District. Classes are canceled today because of a broken water main that supplies the school with water. The break happened at 2nd and Mill Street, and it's apparently causing unsanitary conditions throughout the town. The city says some people could be without water for several days.
It is 6:02 now. A suspected car thief who was shot by Vancouver police early Thanksgiving morning will stand before a judge today. Police shot DeMarcus Roundtree during a traffic stop. They say he sped off after he was shot, and they found him hiding in a parked car a short time later. Roundtree was treated at the hospital, released, and then charged. The officer involved in that shooting is on leave right now, that of course following standard procedure.
It is 6:02 this morning. U.S. authorities closed the border crossing between San Diego and Mexico for several hours yesterday after hundreds of migrants tried to get through the fencing. NBC's Hans Nichols has the latest.
Drastic measures. The U.S. has shut down a major point of entry with Mexico after hundreds of migrants, desperate for entry into America, rushed the wall between Tijuana and San Diego. Jorge Montañez says that he, like many, are worried President Donald Trump will make them stay in Mexico while seeking a better life in the U.S.
We don't want to be in cage. We don't want to be in prison.
Others are increasingly frustrated at living in camps and makeshift shelters.
These migrants are fed up. They have left their shelter and they're heading to the San Ysidro point of entry. They plan to surrender in person and file for asylum before it's too late.
But many broke through the police line, crossing under the bridge over a river filled with raw sewage. On the other side of the border, some San Diego residents rallying in support of the migrants.
They are not criminals. These are people who are seeking to protect their lives and to rebuild their livelihoods.
Others protesting the military might at the border.
Does this feel like a war zone to you?
It absolutely does, and I think it's just intimidation.
Tonight, the border is shuttered. The migrants out of options for now, having nowhere else to go. Hans Nichols, NBC News, Tijuana, Mexico.
Locally, activists will hold a rally this afternoon to show support for the migrant caravan. It's happening at the Battleship Memorial located at Waterfront Park. They say they want all refugees to be granted asylum. The demonstration starts today at 1 p.m.
4 minutes after 6 o'clock now. The Northern California wildfire that killed dozens of people and destroyed thousands of homes is finally contained. The Camp Fire started nearly 3 weeks ago on November 8th. Firefighters, though, got a boost last week after 7 inches of rain fell over the area. That fire killed at least 85 people and 249 others are still missing. It also destroyed nearly 19,000 buildings, most of them homes. The Camp Fire is the nation's deadliest wildfire in a century. You can donate to help those struggling in the aftermath of the fire. We've teamed up with the Red Cross here this month to raise money for the victims. You can find a link to donate right now at kgw.com.
It is 6:05, time for some news headlines in your morning rush. Officials are struggling to recover the body of a Washington missionary killed by an indigenous tribe on the North Sentinel Island, west of Thailand. The tribe allegedly killed 26-year-old John Chow earlier this month with arrows. The islanders live in complete isolation and are known to be hostile to outsiders. It's actually illegal to visit there. The New York Times reports police approached the island by boat to investigate, but were forced to leave after seeing several islanders carrying bows, arrows, and spears. Police in Salt Lake City, Utah are mourning the death of a fellow officer. A burglary suspect hit and killed Officer David Romrell with his car on Saturday. Police at the scene shot and killed the driver of that car and arrested a second suspect. President Trump's former campaign advisor, George Papadopoulos, is heading to prison today. He will spend 14 days there for lying to investigators about trying to set up a meeting between the Trump campaign and the Russians during the 2016 election. Britain and the European Union have reached an agreement regarding Brexit. That's the UK's departure from the European Union. It's set to happen next year. The deal leaves Britain outside of the EU, but it makes it subject to its rules until the end of 2020. British Parliament must now vote to approve the offer. For the first time since the Eagle Creek wildfire, 6 miles of the historic Columbia River Highway and several popular trails near Multnomah Falls are back open. The area stretches from Bridal Veil to Ainsworth. Several U.S. Forest Service and state park trails, though, are still closed. That is your morning rush.
And right now we're taking you live to the Portland International Airport, where dozens of people are on board a plane finally headed to Chicago O'Hare. About 7 flights are canceled or delayed at PDX so far. This is all because of a big winter storm out east.
Yeah, that storm has brought blizzard conditions to both the Midwest and the Northeast. NBC News reporter Matt Bradley brings us more on the storm from Chicago.
Good morning, Drew. That blizzard warning here in Chicago is lasting well into the morning, and it's snarling up traffic throughout the region, and it's bringing with it 45-mile-an-hour winds and up to a foot of snow. Now, that was a big problem yesterday for folks who are returning home from that Thanksgiving weekend, but it's an even bigger problem for commuters today. Here at Chicago O'Hare International, we've seen about 350 flight cancellations in just the last 24 hours and almost 100 delays. Now, again, this is a major hub for the entire region, so as the morning goes on, those numbers are going to go up, and it's going to have knock-on effects for flights throughout all of the Midwest. And that's not even to mention the snarled traffic on highways throughout the Midwest, in Iowa and in Kansas, where there was a state of emergency declared yesterday.
So again, that was Matthew Bradley reporting, and he's going to be on the Today Show this morning, starting at 7 o'clock with more on these storms, but obviously impacting the Northeast and the Midwest greatly and having an impact here.
So that storm is pulling out of Chicago during the day today. They're kind of on the back end of it right now, so they'll see improving conditions. New York City, if you're wondering, they're going to stay in the warm sector. They will be getting rain today, but up through New England, upstate New York, it's going to be a blizzard afternoon for many of those people.